Hey guys, welcome back to OrmsTV. So today we've got our hands on these three brand new lenses from Sigma. Now they are specifically for the Fuji X-mount and we figured we'd give them a test, see if they're any good.
Yeah, we're quite excited as there isn't many third-party lenses out there for Fuji, especially in the South African market. So we're quite keen to check them out and see how good they are. Now these three lenses are a 16mm, 30mm and also a 56 f1.4. Quite excited to check them out, so let's go have a look.
So literally after like 5 minutes of shooting, the first observation that I want to make, these lenses are plenty sharp.
Yeah, I think I was a little bit worried seeing that it is third party. It's maybe a little bit more affordable than the Fuji ones, but looking at the picture quality, it's really decent and it really keeps up.
I've shot a lot with the traditional Fuji lenses and they offer a lot of lenses in these exact same focal lengths. So it becomes quite easy to compare them in terms of what the Fuji offers and what these offer. And the sharpness is there, the autofocus speed is there, the accuracy is there. So far, I've got absolutely no issues with them at all. So I think we need to go a little bit deeper to see if there is any actual differences between these lenses, see what they're all about.
Now, next up I want to talk about the build quality of these lenses. Now, as me and yourself, we've owned Fuji cameras before and we love the feel and the touch of them. I do want to mention that, these lenses are built quite nicely, quite strong. They do have a rubberized seal at the back that's going to keep out some of the dust. But something I am missing from when you compare it to the Fuji lenses is that cool aperturing at the back. So for guys that are looking at these lenses, just remember you'll have to probably adjust your aperture on one of the command dials. It's not a big deal, but that's always something to take into consideration.
Now, since you've spoken about the construction, the other thing to touch on is the price point of these lenses. Now, all three of them are f1.4 lenses, and that's quite unique within this type of lineup. If you look at the equivalent Fuji lenses, you could say that the price point is more equivalent to Fuji's f2 series of lenses, where Fuji's f1.4 and f1.2 lenses are significantly more expensive than these units. And I think at the price point, this becomes a very, very attractive offering.
Now these lenses that Sigma has launched for Fuji is from their contemporary range. Now as we know, Sigma has a more professional range which they call the Art series, and the reason I mention this is we have noticed a bit of chromatic aberration creeping in here and there. So maybe in the future we will see some Sigma lenses from the Art range coming to the Fuji that might be suited for the more professional out there. But when we do look at these contemporary lenses, I think this is definitely filling a gap for Fuji, which they have in the third-party lens market.
Absolutely, I fully agree with you. And I would also really love to see some Art lenses come out. My only concern would be, and we've seen this with the rest of the Art series, the lenses tend to go significantly bigger than what these contemporary lenses are. And throughout their development cycle, Fuji has always kept their lenses relatively compact. Yes, some of the 1.4s and the 1.2s do become quite big and bulky, but I really like that these offer you the 1.4 functionality, but at quite a compact form factor, and I think that's really important in this type of lineup. Now, by releasing these three lenses, Sigma really covered, if I can call it, the basics of standard prime lenses. Now remember, Fuji is a crop sensor camera within this range. So what you effectively have is a 24mm, a 45mm, and about an 85mm within this range. And that covers pretty much everything that you would expect. You have a little bit of wide, a pretty decent standard street photography type of focal length, and then you have a little bit more dedicated portrait focal length on there. And with all the photos that we shot today, they kind of nailed those brackets absolutely perfectly. On the 24mm, yes, you have a decent amount of width, but you're not getting any overly exaggerated distortion. You don't get any pin cushioning. It's a really, really nice workable length. Now at the 45mm equivalent spectrum over here, you get a perfectly standard and usable focal length. You're not getting any overly exaggerated compression. There's no weird artifacts to speak of. It is a very usable focal length. And the same is true on your 56mm, which is about an 85mm equivalent. Perfect for portrait shots. You're getting a little bit of compression within your background. It is exactly what you want, and it's super, super compact. These really are very usable lenses, and I quite enjoy shooting with them.
Yeah, I have to completely agree with you. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm really happy that there is a big third-party brand now finally launching Fuji mount lenses at a slightly more affordable price, and that's going to fit the Fuji user's style perfectly. These are dedicated wides and portrait lenses, so this is perfect for that sort of community. There is a little bit of a gap here, and I hope to see Sigma maybe launch them maybe soon or in the future. Like I said, the Art series lenses would be a great touch here, and maybe something in the big zoom range. I mean, the
definitely.
Sigma 150 to 600 is one of the best selling big zooms out on the market, and that'll be a great lens to have in the system. So if Sigma is listening out there, I think that's a great market they can tap into to see some big zoom lens options coming to Fuji. However, looking at the 16mm, the 30mm and the 56mm, I'm really happy to say that these lenses are a great addition to the Fuji system. And that's it guys for our first look at the brand new Sigma X-mount series lenses for Fuji. We hope you enjoyed us. Let us know in the comments below if you'll be getting one of them.
Yeah, and if you enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy seeing content like this. Until next time guys, cheers.